Good morning. Welcome to a fabulous Friday edition of Cupful. I'm your hostess, Felicia. It is good to see you. It is good to be seen. Listen, y'all. I hope my nose will start running while I'm doing this live today. My sinus has been trying to act up. So, it's Fabulous Friday, but let me jump into what I want to tell you right now. Now, this word I'm about to give, God gave it to me. I'm looking at my notes, y'all. On September 8th, he had me read this, but I didn't speak on it. But he told me about it again last night. So I'm here on this Fabulous Friday to give this word. Now, it's coming from Revelations 12. In your free time, read the 12th chapter, read all Revelations. There was a time I wouldn't go to Revelations because it's talking about the beast and like end times and before the closing of the Bible. But I'm older, I'm wiser. God has done some things in me, and we are living in the end times. So I want to share this with you. I am paraphrasing, but I'm reading from the New International Version, NIV. A woman was pregnant. There was a dragon waiting for her to give birth so that he could take that child. But once she birthed that baby, she gave birth to a son, a male child, who will rule all the nations with an iron scepter. And her child was snatched up to God and to his throne. 6th verse says, the woman fled into the wilderness to a place prepared for her by God, where she might be taken care of for 1,260 days. Now, see, this is why I have to take my time in joining a church, because I need someone that's going to teach me. I want to understand stuff like this. Like the 1,260 days, somebody knows what that breakdown means. I want to learn that. In the 7th verse, it says how the war broke out in heaven. You know, the dragon was wanting the baby, but God had snatched the baby up. Michael and the angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. There is a war going on in heaven. But the verses goes on to tell us that the dragon and his angels lost. Heaven won. See, the enemy has some power, but God has all power. The devil is the prince of the world, but God is the king. King trumps prince every time. Come on. 8th verse says, but the dragon and his angels were not strong enough. Basically, they got kicked out of heaven. We know the word that Satan got kicked out of heaven. Now, so Satan is mad. The dragon was mad that he got kicked out of heaven, but he still pursued this woman whom God had put in a wilderness, who had prepared a wilderness place for her. Okay, let's go down to the 13th verse. When the dragon saw that he had been hurled to the earth, Satan, he pursued the woman who had given birth to the male child. The woman was given the 2 wings of a great eagle so that she might fly to the place prepared for her in the wilderness. The wilderness that you are experiencing has been prepared. It's a prepared place. You just didn't pop up there because you made a wrong decision. If you're trusting God, if you're seeking God, if you're believing God, you know you gave something to God and you find yourself in the wilderness. This word tells me God gave her 2 wings of an eagle so that she might fly to a place prepared for her in the wilderness. You're in this wilderness season, but it is a place God has already prepared for you, where she would be taken care of for a times and a half a time, out of the serpent's reach. You may be in the wilderness, but you are out of the devil's reach. He cannot grab you. Stay covered in prayer. Keep yourself safe behind God. He placed you where you are. Again, you trusting in him, you believing in him. This word ain't for everybody. This word is for those of you who know you heard the voice of God, who know you follow God and you find yourself in a wilderness season. You are protected. You are not out here uncovered. 15 verse says, then from his mouth the serpent spewed water like a river to overtake the woman and sweep her away with the torrent. He's still trying to get this woman because he's mad he got kicked out of heaven. Then he's mad he couldn't get the child. But the earth helped the woman by opening its mouth and swallowing the river that the dragon had spewed out of his mouth. God opens doors. God opens ways of escape. God, whatever the enemy throws, God opens up another channel. And he consumes up everything that tries to consume you. I need you to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. I'm talking to you, but this word came to me first. We have to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. 17 verse says, then the dragon was enraged at the woman and went off to wage war against the rest of her offspring, those who keep God's commands and hold fast their testimony about Jesus. Let me read that again. Then the dragon was enraged at the woman and went off to wage war against the rest of her offspring. Let me tell you something. See, the enemy is enraged. The devil is enraged. 1, because he got kicked out of heaven. 2, because he knows his time is winding up. 3, because he can't reach God like you can reach God. You're in a wilderness season. You seem like you can't hear God. You seem like you can't feel God. But yet you still praising God. You're still praying. You're still fasting. You're still helping other people. That's what makes the enemy upset with you. And because he couldn't get you. He went to wage war against your offspring. Because he couldn't get me, he tried to wage war on my offspring, on my child. Listen, when I first moved, my daughter went through so many health crises. She gonna have to tell her testimony, how every time she went to the doctor, it sounded like we were going to the emergency room every other day. Every other day it was something. And when I tell you, I literally was in a closet, moved into a home that I was trying to get prepared. But I was in the closet praying on my face for my daughter, for my grandbaby. Do you hear me? Because the enemy is mad that he couldn't get you. He wages war against your offspring. I'm telling you, God is a keeper. Keep your children's lips. Keep your children's names on your lips in prayer to God. I don't care what it looks like. The enemy is raging war. But we serve a God who has already gotten the victory. I serve a God who has already gotten the victory. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what the doctors say that it is. You already have the victory. The enemy couldn't snatch you, so he's trying to snatch your children, but the devil is a lie. And I stand in agreement with you right now that all is well. All is well. It has already been won. We just got to get to the end, y'all. And God sent me on here on this fabulous Friday to tell you, you're in the wilderness, but it has already been prepared. God placed you there. You are in safety because you're in God's presence. Stay right there. Don't be moved by what it looks like. Stay in the place because you know what the end result is going to be. You pray from a place of victory. Give from a place of more than enough. The enemy has tried to drown you many times. Look at you still here. Like I said, your children are covered. Your children are covered on this fabulous Friday. The enemy has tried everything. Now he's trying to wage war against God's people because he's mad. His time is winding up. But don't stop. We got to get it. Okay? Don't stop. We got to get it. And I was going to say something else. Yeah. It seems like every other day We were in the emergency room. I was getting calls at 3 o'clock in the morning. We got to take Nevada to the emergency room. We called the ambulance. I would go over there and I just began to touch and pray. And every time she would go to the doctor, they would say, if you had not come in here when you did, you could have had a stroke in your sleep. If you had not come in here when you did, your blood pressure could have been enough to kill you at night. The God I serve will have you where you need to be at the right time. And I serve a God who cannot and will not lie. And I decree and declare unto you, your children are covered. We are covered by the blood of Jesus. I want you to know that, and I want you to believe that. Don't be ashamed to tell of the goodness of the Lord. Because I said it before, we're saying and doing everything else. Let's talk about the goodness of the Lord. Because I don't know about y'all, but I got testimonies. I don't just have a testimony. I have testimonies of the goodness of the Lord and what I've seen him do on my behalf and on others' behalf. And I'm learning to trust him, to listen to him, and to allow him to guide me. Ooh, back in the day, I would make quick moves on my own and end up in a place I did not need to be because I was doing fees work, not God's work. But now I find myself in a situation and I know I didn't put myself here. So I have to sit and wait, knowing God placed me here. So he is protecting me right where I am. And don't be so quick to move. Stay silent. Stay prayerful. Stay humble. Knowing that I'm fighting from a place of victory. You're fighting from a place of victory. It's already won. It's already done. Okay? It's a fabulous Friday. I want to tell you that you're looking good. I hope you're feeling good. And when I get home from work, I'm about to take me a Benadryl and I'm going to bed. Okay? Have a fabulous Friday. Smile, laugh, talk to your coworkers, and enjoy your weekend. All right? Enjoy this fall morning air. I love it. I've been well with my time, but I hope I said something to bless you, to encourage you. You can comment, you can share, you can heart. I just thank you for being here. I'm praying for you. Until next time. Know that I love you, but God showing up loves you more. Until next time, do something nice for someone else. I promise it will come back to you. And you know who I am. I'm your hostess, Felicia. This has been a fabulous Friday edition of Cupful. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side. And I'm out. Peace.